Oh, hello there. And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, episode number 239. We've done this as 239 weeks.
What a colossal waste of time.
Like, I mean, just totally.
I don't even know why we do.
As always, I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave. I'm Taint Behaving. We got some natural light in here. We got the window open because
the beer.
I opened the window.
You said natural light, and I'm like, oh, we got some natties,
dude. We were talking about natties earlier. You know what? I was with my boss. That's right, because he was like, his buddy drinks like a case of Natty Lights. Yeah, that's his go-to. He's like, it's like drinking water. I go, yeah, but you can drink like 30 of them. Like,
right. Saber Code Red coming in, first one in. That's right, buddy.
Man, oh man,
congratulations.
So, but yeah, no, it just another beautiful day here in North Texas. It's not dark outside, and it's 7 o'clock in the evening. We just did like 3 or 4 beer reviews. Just been kind of hanging out and pounding the beers.
Yeah, 4.
Eyeballing neighbors. You know, I get this. You know, if you've listened to this for any particular amount of time, you know, my neighbor's lawn care is a guy. He comes out and mows their yard when he blows all the shit across the street and like covers like my car in it. So I started going out there when he's there. And so what I do is I go out back, I open the tailgate to my truck or the tailgate to the Tahoe. I pull out my golf clubs and sit there. And then I crack a beer and then I grab a 7-iron and I just sit there and like rub the 7-iron.
See, that's not how I pictured it.
I haven't had a problem since.
Here's how I pictured it. I pictured it kind of like in dodgeball when the guy's scrubbing the tires and the dude's sitting there with the pit bull on the chain and he's got the shirt that's all the way up above his belly button. He's just reaching inside his belly button, just rubbing away. Yeah, that's the way I pictured it.
Get it real nice.
Yeah, get it in there real nice.
Yeah. You got that damn pit bull on a chain.
So we're drinking today.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we're baseball guy now.
Oh,
baseball guys. We're not one and the same. We're 2 different baseball guys.
Love baseball.
Texas Leaguer, Chin Music, Citra Pale Ale. You won't want to back off from this one. The volume of Citra hops in Chin Music is as reckless as a heater thrown high inside, resulting in an explosive citrus flavor that will certainly send a message. This is brewed out in Missouri City, Texas. Texas City Brew. And all their beers are baseball inspired. They all have like the old time kind of like baseball pitcher and stuff on it. Love the can art. Love the, hashtag awesome cans.
Yeah.
I like
it. I like it.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
And I do like chin music as well. I think the brushback pitch is something that doesn't necessarily need to go away. It's something that can be enjoyed by all.
Glitter Pool coming in, redeeming cheers, take a drink.
Look at the color of this thing.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
Hopefully Glitter Pool's getting ready to come back.
Oh boy. Yes.
Very citrusy.
So if you're new to baseball or whatever, if you don't know what chin music is, Alan, go ahead and tell them what chin music is.
It's when you throw a pitch high and inside, up around the chin, to send a message to the batter that whatever their behavior was will not be tolerated anymore.
We're not messing around.
So whether it was you hit a home run off me last time, maybe you took a little bit too long going around the bases. Maybe I don't like the way you threw your bat after you got a hit off me.
Oh my God, is there nothing softer than that? There's nothing softer than that, right?
Maybe you took too big of a lead last time you were up the bat, or maybe the guy in front of you hit a home run, and I didn't like it, and you're just the next guy in front of me.
The next one up.
Is there anybody more moody than baseball players, like pitchers? Like
pitchers, but now they've been brought in a little bit because now they got the pitch clock, and you have umpires that they'll throw your ass out in a second.
But like it's always blown my mind, right? Like they get pissed off when a guy hits a home run off them and he watches it. He's like, no, you hit that home run, you start running. Yes. No, I want to admire my handiwork. And they get pissed. They're like, hey, you don't want him to watch that long ass home run he just hit? How about you strike his ass out?
Throw the ball where he can't hit it.
Yeah. Hey, don't throw the home run pitch, you little. How about that? I don't know.
Figure it out, man.
Like, that's not on him. That's on you, bro.
Right. There's no one else. And unless you're the catcher that called that pitch. And that was a stupid call because the guy's just sitting there waiting on a fastball.
You know what, though? You probably missed your mark. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's one of those things, but it's kind of going away, and you see it going away, especially with MLB. Like, and the pitch clock now is phenomenal, right? You got 2.5 hour games on average.
We had a 2 hour and 18 minute, or I think we might even I think we've had the lowest game this season was 2 hours and 8 minutes.
It's awesome.
I think I heard that Monday.
Absolutely awesome.
Like, I'm ready for our first sub 2 hour game.
It's happening. It's gonna happen. It has to happen, right? Like some low scoring, nothing really going on.
You're going to get a pitcher's duel game, right? Where not a lot of runs, not a lot of hits. Give me, I don't know. You're going to have like Kershaw and Scherzer go at it. You know, it's not going to be Jacob deGrom. I'll tell you that. But
let's all calm down here.
Well, so how was your weekend?
It was fine. It's been busy. We had the Monday show, and I was like, "You're like, how's it going?" I go, "It's the longest week of my life." You go, "It's Monday night."
Monday.
I'm like, dude, it's just not going anywhere.
Monday at 9 o'clock, bro.
And it really is. It's just been long. My like I said, my son's here for college. He's in for his spring break, and it just
really late spring break.
Well, East Coast, that's what they do. They bump it up against Easter, right?
So still long, so late. Like,
well, most people wait till spring, right? When's the spring break here? It's not even during springtime, right?
Oh, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, they always bump it up against Easter, so that's just always been. So they always go home like Easter Sunday, or sometimes the Monday after, or something like that. But yeah, this one, and now I won't even be here when he leaves because I have to catch a flight and go to Kentucky for a wedding.
Okay,
so it's just nonstop.
So real quick, Ms. Ike's in the house. L Stud's in the house. Hey. We got a Rapid Dave. You want to say something random?
I hate jam-packed weekends where I got to travel and I have to do other things. And it's nonstop. It's nonstop.
Okay.
It's nonstop.
And then we got Alan. Give us a fun fact about anything.
Anything.
Give you a fun fact about anything. Baseball games are down 28 minutes this year on average. 28 minutes less on average are baseball games this year. And let me tell you, that's a fun fact. And it's helping me become baseball guy. I've watched a lot of baseball because the games it's just nonstop action now. Like, that's the problem with, like, you could watch a baseball game. Like, say you weren't watching a baseball game live. Okay. It's a game you wanted to watch and you were recording it. Like with like a football game, right? If you're catching up on a football game at the very end of the play, hit that fast forward button, forwards 30 seconds, and you're right there with the next snap.
Oh, okay.
Usually, nice. Unless they're in hurry up offense. With baseball, you just hit that fast forward button about 2 or 3 times. a minute and a half before you get to the next pitch.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore.
It was getting out of hand.
It was out of control. So it's glad to see baseball games down. Again, 28 minutes on average. Baseball games are down. We talked about it already. We've had a 2 hour and 8 minute game, 2 hour and 18 minutes. A lot of games are going 2:30 or less, which is awesome. And then we had a take a drink redeemed.
Ooh, cheers to that.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
You gotta have the eyes. That's the weirdest thing ever.
I like to stare into your soul.
How was it in there?
I haven't found it yet.
Oh God.
I keep looking.
He's starting to think I don't even have a soul. Huh?
I think so.
God.
The holy man's in the house. He said cute. Thank you. You know, we try. We try. But
I'm all for it. I'm really am for all the baseball we can get our hands on. And of course we have the MLB package where we watch any game we want except for the Rangers. You can't watch the Rangers or the Houston Astros, but we can watch anybody else. And like tonight, there's only one night game, right? Everybody else played during the day for some weird reason, but which is awesome because now you have the Jays and the Royals going at it on one screen. Then we can pick up some basketball. Basketball season's winding down, and hopefully
last week
we can catch the Mavs. Atlanta Braves are looking mighty nice. They're doing okay. So there's 3 teams that I bet on to win every single day: the Braves, Yankees, and Astros.
You should have been betting on the Rays to win every game because they're the only undefeated team in the league. They're 6-0 right now.
I put them in a parlay with the Astros and Yankees today.
I hate to break it to you, but the Astros are 0-2 against the Tigers who they're playing tonight.
They won
this season.
Yeah, but they won today.
Did they win today?
Yeah,
okay.
Because the parlay cashed is all I know. I looked in there like, oh yeah, there you are.
Okay, I got money. The Rangers started off nice, but the last couple of games
it happened.
But they won the last one. They won today.
Yeah. You can't.
First place Texas Rangers.
Hello. You can't hate them all the time. You know what I mean? Like they're going to lose some. They're going to lose some games.
They're going to lose a lot of games.
I used to be a big Braves fan when I lived in like South Carolina, North Carolina, or whatever. My dad was a huge Braves fan too, and it was like, all right. And
for me, growing up as a kid, it was I got. Of course, I always got my Tigers games right. But then you had if you had cable back then, it was you had TBS and you had WGN. Yeah. So I watched a lot of Cubs and I watched a lot of Braves.
Right.
You know, and those were teams that when I wasn't watching my Tigers, it was always the Braves and the Cubs. The Braves, it was a sweet spot to watch the Braves because that's when they had Glavine, Smoltz, Maddox. You know, the greatest game I've ever seen pitched to this day is still Greg Maddox. He pitched an 88 game complete shutout. Didn't have the no hitter. Didn't walk anybody. He threw 88 pitches in a game, which is insane. Like to think about that now, if you said, well, just any pitcher was going to throw 88 pitches in a game, you'd be like, oh, he's out in like the 3rd inning then.
Yeah.
Right. But he threw a complete game. No batter. He had a couple batters he had 3 pitches with, but he didn't throw more than 3 pitches to any batter. Let's see here.
Great stuff.
Huge Braves fan. I'm so happy to finally have something to cheer about. Was a huge gap from the 90s ring to now. I'm up in PA, but they're always on TBS when I was little. Yes, my grandma was a Cubbies fan. She loved Harry. Who didn't love Harry Carey?
Dude, you catch him in the afternoon and he's sitting there having a couple beers, you know, and just enjoying himself. You're like, it was so.
You always knew he was drinking.
How much would you pay to be able to go back and just have him come back now? You can always go back and listen to old Cubs calls and stuff like that, but like to be able to revisit that voice like right now, like, oh my God, I miss it so much.
I do too. Yeah. Darren Clark's in the house. What's going on, Darren? Hello, sir. Maddox was incredible. That 7th inning stretch, right? He'd always had the fan come up there and sing. I remember some of the ones that I remember Ozzy when he did it, because you couldn't understand a word that he said. Bill Murray was always great. You got Bill Murray a few times a season because he's a huge Cubs fan.
Yeah. And I think a lot of us grew up as Cubs or Braves fans because that was what was on TV as well. And, you know, and especially now, right? Like you can't watch baseball. It's
different now. You have access to a lot more games now than we did when we were kids. When we were kids, it was, you got your local team, and then you had the Braves and you had the Cubs because of TBS and WGN. Everybody, wherever you were in the country, you got TBS and WGN. So I feel like that was a big step in with those teams because you didn't have those channels for any of those West Coast teams, or you know that I didn't know Texas had a team when I was a kid.
Yeah.
right?
And you caught nothing but like not nothing because they were on the road sometimes, but yeah, Cubs. I mean, they play day games. They're playing at 2:30 in the afternoon. They're like, I'm going to watch.
Play a lot of night games.
Yeah, they didn't have lights, right? They didn't have lights for the longest time. The longest time they didn't have lights, and so it really. And now we're back. And this year, I think we're making some type of effort for some reason. Like all of a sudden, I think it is with the pitch clock. I think it's with the new rules. There's more action. There's more base stealing. There's more just what the hell's going on? More action.
That was more of a coincidence. Like I was just like, you know what? I want to be baseball guy again. Mm-hmm. Like I used to. We were talking about this. Like right now. Again, I've watched a decent amount of baseball this year already. Mm-hmm. You know, a week into the season. You know, not long into it, but I'm telling you right now, I might be able to name a player off of 10 teams.
Yeah.
15 years ago, I could probably list half the rosters of every team. Like there was just something I don't know what's changed.
Yeah.
And maybe it's life, right? Like I'm a lot more busier in life now than I was 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You know, dream crushers get you, you know, all the time. You don't have as much time as you used to. But yeah, I just like last year, I probably watched 5 games all season.
Yeah, a handful of games.
And those were all the first week of the season. Like,
well, I fired it because, you know, we had the MLB TV app. And so I had it on last year. So I would play it a lot throughout the year and whatnot. And oh, Jesus Christ. That's when Chapman. That happened again tonight.
Of course he's safe. You ran into him. Wait, no, now he's out. No, make up your mind.
He ran over him earlier, too. Like, oh, hell.
You were a baseball guy. I used to be a big baseball guy. Now, part of that probably also has to do with the fact that the Tigers haven't been good in a while. You know, when your team's good, you pay a lot more attention to the sport.
Yeah, see, 8-2. Yeah,
okay.
They lost today.
Pretty
bad.
But yeah, I used to love baseball. Mm-hmm. I mean, I still do. I just never got around to it. And it was also just the games got so freaking long.
I think that's what got me out of it.
And again, you're looking at like a minute and a half, 2 minutes in between pitches.
Yeah. Step out, crank your gloves one time. The pitcher steps off the mound because he's pissed about something, or you're not getting the box quick enough. And then they step off, they step out. And it's like, Jesus.
It's a pissing match.
Just come on.
But like even like back in the day with like Nomar, who would step out after every pitch and do his.
Yeah. He started all that shit.
But he was still quick.
Yeah.
He was so quick with it. Heard that about Dream Crushers. Yeah, El Sud, you got like 50 of them. Like, leave the poor lady alone.
Just leave her alone.
Just leave her alone, man.
Well, yeah,
just give her a break.
It did really get out of hand, and like I mentioned on the show like Sunday, right, where you know, back in the 70s, 80s, and whatnot, even early 90s, these games weren't that long, and then all of a sudden, whatever happened. They just wanted to make, you know what?
The games have been just stepping up and up and up. What's up, Headhunting? Welcome in.
What's up?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So I've been enjoying it so far. I look forward to, you know, especially if I'm home 3 days a week, right? Working from home. I'm gonna have it on as soon as the first game starts, and I'll probably leave it on the rest of the day. You know, I had the Masters on today, right? I had the Masters on TV.
The warm-up rounds.
It's the par 3 course, or the par 3, which is real fun. A lot of hole-in-ones and things like that. I think 5 today.
Really?
But I'll have, you know, baseball up, and then I have the Masters on. So it just happens to be Masters week.
So you bring up golf, and that leads me to a hypothetical I have for you. I got a hypothetical I wanted to pull out.
Okay.
You're going to get one of two.
Okay.
I'm either going to give you $1 million.
Okay.
Or I'm going to give you 24 hours to make a hole-in-one, par 3, 150 yards, and you get $100 million.
Oh, just $1 million.
You're just taking you're not even going to take the chance. Like it's just not.
No,
you got 24 hours.
I've gotten close a handful of times with par 3s, but I feel like I would get tired after, like, you know, after I shoot like say 10 of them. Like, yeah, this kind of sucks.
You're out 10.
Yeah. Like, you know, you drop ball, you hit another one, and it's like, you know what? I think I'm done here, because you're just, what are you gonna sit back for a second? You know, I think maybe I could actually hit one if it gave me 24 hours. Sit back.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Grab me a piece of pizza.
Headhunt, take the $1 million, hole-in-one, near impossible. I mean, there was 5 today.
There was 5 today by pros, and there's been that's the 3rd highest in the history of the par 3 challenge.
Have you ever hit a hole-in-one?
No. Never have.
How close have you come?
Within a foot.
Okay.
I've been within 12 inches.
I've been within probably about 6 inches. I had one that course we used to play that was out by the old office.
And that's awesome for
a
you.
par
you're
3.
Terrible at golf.
Oh, no.
Like, how'd you even hit the green?
Hey, every once in a while.
You think so?
I got a good shot in me.
I don't know, man. I think
it was like I have about 3 good shots around.
It probably skipped off the cart path, hit a tree, and then shot up there. That's the only way I can see you get it. You haven't hit a straight ball any time we've ever played. You've never.
A lie.
You're terrible at golf.
That's not. I didn't say I'm good. I'm just saying I can hit some decent shots.
I don't know about that. You're terrible.
The closer I get, the worse I am. Okay.
And that's where John Daly actually says, like, that's where the key is, right? Everybody can drive the ball on the tour. Everybody can do it, but it's all what you can do within 100 feet of the 150 yards of the actual pin.
Head on, I pinged one off the flag once. See?
Yeah, I've hit the flag.
Give you 24 hours, you might do it, man.
Well, I've hit the flag, but then of course it shoots off and
okay,
goes away.
But still,
Scotty Scheffler airmailed one in today. It went as soon as he teed off. And
nothing but net.
Nothing but. I did nothing but net. It was great. It was so great to watch that today. And of course, what they're dragging around the course, like, Jesus Christ. I like watching the par 3 because you're just checking out a bunch of hot ass housewives and moms just looking all mommy out there. You know what I mean? Boy, I was like, you know, you were talking about you're kind of lactose intolerant. You had to take a bathroom. I had to take a bathroom break for a different reason, though.
You couldn't go to your room. You're at your own house. What's going on here?
I don't trust anybody in this house. And there's cameras in every room.
And nobody was here. You just could have stayed in the room you're in.
But yeah, no, dude. I don't think I could hit a hole in one. Like, even if you gave me 24 hours.
But you're not going to take that chance?
No, because I think I just give me the $1 million and I'd just be done with it and move on. I just don't see it happening. I mean, I can visualize it, you know, especially if it. Could I do it? How many shots are you going to do in an hour? You know what I mean? It's like, if I haven't had one yet, but then again, I'm not taking the same shot, right?
You're going to take more shots in that 24-hour period than you ever had.
Yeah.
In your whole golf experience before that.
I don't think so.
Yes, you will. Because in 24 hours.
Well, think about this. So each time I go out, right, I take anywhere between 85 to 105 shots.
Not on a par 3.
No.
First shot off a par 3 is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because you don't know where I don't know where the ball's going. Like, sometimes I'm in a good mood, sometimes I'm trash.
Hey. But you got 24 hours. I'll end up still broke with a sore ass back.
Yeah, see, I'll be just wore out. So yeah, give me the cold mill, and then you know, how about this? How about I'll do it for $1 million, and then if I can sink a hole in one within those 24 hours, I would donate the 100 million or the donate the $1 million to charity.
No,
so if anybody wants to put up $1 million and we can make this an event, I'll go out there and hang out for 24 hours on a golf course, but you pay me $1 million. But if I sink it, I will donate that money to North Texas Food Bank or something like that. Just saying. I'll go out on a golf course and just try to give away the money that I just gave, what I was given. God, would that be a terrible idea or what? Like, I get to be a millionaire for like a 24 hours and I got to give it all back.
Would you try to make it? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You're like, you know what? If I don't make it, I get to keep the $1 million. So
I try.
Next thing you know, you're like, fun. Hey, Rapid Dave, the hole's that way. Stop shooting it that way. Oh, my bad.
You know what? And I would even let you increase the hole 100%. So the normal cup's about this big. And so then it'd be this big. Yeah. And so I'm in, like, I'm totally in, like, and I would try to sink one for sure, just to donate the money. I think it'd be fun.
Why don't you just donate the money if you miss?
What are you talking about? Oh, no, that's not fun.
What do you mean that's not? Because you just want to donate the money anyways.
It's the first one.
You just want to donate anyways.
Yeah, we got to have some drama.
So you're going to take it out on the charity if you don't make one? I didn't make it.
Yeah. This is all y'all's fault. Losers.
You guys suck. I didn't make the shot.
Well, yeah, no, I would totally do it. Like, I don't know. So the par 3 that would be somewhat applicable in this area got shut down. So I don't know. Par 3, I don't know.
I'm par 3, 150.
I'm very intrigued. I don't know.
And you know what?
Just
to help you out, because I know if it's there, it will throw you off. No water.
That's what I miss about the other place that we used to go play, because they had the tee box or the warm up area, and it was in front of a bunch of water. So you're shooting over 30 yards of water in the driving range. And so that, like, dude, that totally helped you out, because when you go to the hole number 1, there's nothing but water. Remember that? Like, you tee off at Hank Haney, and there's like this giant ass pond.
We played that course with putters.
We had to get over the water with putters. And you're damn right I did. You're damn right I got over that with a putter.
Huh. I got a George Foreman movie.
Oh, God.
I had no idea. I'm interested.
Does it show him having his 45 effing kids?
I mean, maybe. He's got the greatest bit ever, though.
Hmm.
You know what all of his sons' names are?
Yeah, George.
George.
And his daughters.
Is the daughters
too? All his kids are named George.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Like, you just got George. They're all George.
Bunch of Georges.
Hey, you don't mess anyone's name.
God. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm still thinking about I think we talked about doing some type of challenge. Me hitting from the red tees with, did I say 3 clubs or something like that?
I don't
remember. But anyways,
did you talk to Drunk Me about this?
Yeah.
So you're talking to the wrong person.
So I say we do that. It'd be a lot of fun. But you got to figure it out, right? I think I said I can do it. I can hit under 100 from the red tees with just 3 clubs.
I've never seen you hit under 100.
That's what I shoot now. I shoot 95, anywhere from 90 to 95. Down in the 80s actually now. It's kind of nice. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to work on the short game, right? Okay. And so every time that I play now, I usually have a couple holes where I do something crazy, like either I chip it in, like from the outside, or I'll sink like a 50 or 60 foot putt. Like it's nuts. Like it's insane. But if I don't get that little bump, then I'm in the 90s. But yeah, no, I find in the fairways, and if I don't find the fairways,
sketchy.
It's right kind of towards the edge, and I make a crazy recovery shot and stuff like that. It's going for it less. I think that's what it is. Going for it less and
realize you're not that great.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, and I'm going to smoke this one. Or if I do decide to smoke one, I'm like, I understand the risk. I count the drops. If I do hit it in the water, I hit it out of bounds, can't find it. I'm like, whoop, there's +1, and I'm hitting the next, and
so
it's kind of nice.
Okay. So I'm confused. So you've started playing by the rules.
Yeah. I mean, I've always played by the rules. Me and you play by the rules. You know what I mean? We're not out there using the foot wedge and taking mulligans and stuff. I count every one of my shots.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while I've seen us go, I'm going to hit another one.
Oh, yeah,
we both done that.
Yeah.
So don't tell me you're not counting. You didn't count mulligans.
Yeah,
we did.
No. I'm saying if I drop one and I'm going to hit another one, it really depends on maybe one time I won't count it or something like that. But most time I'll count it because the score is not crazy. Because by the time I get there, I've got putting down to 1 to 2.
Okay.
I don't do 3 to 4. And that's what changed the whole goddamn game. Like learning how to putt and learning how to chip. And then sometimes I don't even chip anymore. I yank out the Texas wedge, which is a putter.
I've seen you putt from.
I'll putt from the fairway
100 yards out.
Yeah. And I can do it too. I can run that ball right up on there. So it's changed the way I play. And not to mention I'm playing a lot more now than I have in the past, right? I play quite often with my brother.
When's the next time you're going to play?
I don't know, because right now we haven't been playing lately, and we're in the middle of everything else going on. But I usually play Tuesday afternoons and whatnot, because you can get on a decent course like in Coppell for like $29.
Okay.
And but yeah, and I was supposed to play with Austin wants to go play, and I'm like, I don't know if I got it in me, man. I'm like tired. I'm exhausted, right? I'm old.
Well, let's plan something here in the next couple weeks.
Well, you can't ever play.
The next couple weeks, we'll take the day off work.
So I got to take a day off. We can't do it on the weekend?
I mean,
when I take days off, it's to play with my brother. I got to take another day off to play with you?
I'll go play with you and your brother.
Nah, I don't mix streams like that.
I know your brother. I met him.
Yeah.
We've already crossed streams.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
Oh, we've crossed streams.
No, that's fine if you have. I'm just saying I'm not doing it. But no, especially with the weather getting nice, like I'll probably go play tomorrow. But yeah, with it being April, I'm not taking another day off this month. I've already got my days kind of set, and but after that, I'm kind of open, like in May and whatnot. And there's tons of courses around here, especially with golf now. You can get tons of good deals depending on what time you can play. I used to be, and that was back when I was playing just 9 holes, dude. I was like, I'm tired of playing 18 holes, and then with Justin always wants to play 18,
right?
And so I'm like, all right, fine. And so we get there at like 2, and we're done by 6. And
we can mix the streams, Elstad.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm down to play. Do you still have my clubs?
Yeah.
Are they in decent condition?
They're sitting in the bag.
Okay.
Well, Dylan Buzz, I ain't seen Busby in a while.
Busby, my man.
Ever since I was like, hey, come up with a punishment over eating my jockstrap. Guy disappeared.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. How you doing, buddy? I hope everything's going well for you. Hope everybody's doing good.
Do I got to mail you my jockstrap, buddy? Just let me know.
You should. I will. How about this? Can we somehow negate him eating your jockstrap if he goes over to Hooters this week? You know what's at Hooters in Augusta? John Daly.
Okay.
If he goes over there and gets like a signed Masters flag or like something for you that's from John Daly that says, to Alan, my number one fan.
Yeah.
And to Alan, my spirit animal.
How about Alan, my arch nemesis?
John Daly, and mails it over here to be displayed on the wall or at your house or something like that.
I need a picture of John Daly signing it.
Correct. Oh, yeah.
I need proof that it was actually John Daly, right? Yes, 100%.
Because he's there in his town right now, and John Daly makes more money at Hooters on Masters Week than he
spends at Hooters on Masters Week, which is a lot.
I'm telling you, and this guy's just living the dream, bro.
Yeah. Now if you go out to Hooters there and get John Daly to sign to Alan, my arch nemesis.
Grip it, don't rip it. I'll disguise myself as the staff. No, you can walk in. He's sitting right there. That's it. That's his bit, man. He sits there all week. He hangs out and signs autographs for everybody and signs merch and something like that. And so he'll do it. You know what I mean? I don't even know.
You just got to go and do it.
I really don't even know if it even costs money, because I think he just sells some merch, but he signs shit for free.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. I mean, hell, you might just have to buy him a beer, but you go hang out there. He's there every single day,
he's probably there right now.
Well, so the Masters starts officially tomorrow, right? Because that's the first round. He's there because he was there yesterday and he's there today.
To Alan, grip it, don't rip it. Yeah. I want to Alan, my arch nemesis.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. And
that will suffice.
Yeah, and John Daly, he's cool as shit. He stopped playing because he didn't want to walk. He stopped playing on the PGA Tour because he was like, no, I want to use a cart. I don't want to walk. Because he plays barefoot. He's got a cigarette in his mouth when he walks. You've seen the video. He walks up. He's like hitting those Marlboro Reds.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, where's number 1 tee and what's the course record? Hey, and cracks his beer as he's walking over there. You know what I mean? He's phenomenal.
Once the beer's empty, he uses the beer as a tee.
Yeah, it's so great. Does he still do the Daily Show? What the hell's the Daily Show?
Well, I know the Daily Show's still looking for a new host, and they're still rolling through guest hosts and things like that. Oh my God,
it's terrible. It's so damn.
You know what? The ones I've seen haven't been bad.
Yeah,
they got that one guy. God, I don't know what his name is right now, but he's pretty funny. I don't know. He's one of the bit players on there. The African American gentleman. A little portly looking. He's pretty funny.
Oh God. So anyways, yeah, there you go, Dylan. If you want to get out of the bet, I just arranged it for you so you can thank me later. But yeah, and if you ever get a chance, so if you ever want to go to the Masters or whatever, it's masters.com, and you have to apply for tickets. I think the tickets finally were raised this past year or something like that. But I want to go for par 3 day. Like, I seriously think I'd have a lot of fun hanging out there on par 3 day.
Okay.
Monday was fun. That's when I got my tickets to go. And the Thursday was all right, but you have to check your cell phone in. You give it to them and they store it.
No, not Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan, Jesus Christ.
Michael Strahan's not portly. We'll just say that.
So does Tiger Woods is there. Does that do anything for you?
Always.
I mean, the ratings just start skyrocketing.
Always.
Right? Yeah.
If Tiger's there, he's got a chance.
You're right. And the Live Tour guys are there.
Yeah.
Look at this damn cat. Is he a son of a bitch cat? He just hangs out he hangs around the house all the time.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll sometimes be in the window looking at me. Got that eye on me, paying attention. But so when Tiger's there, ratings are through the roof. And if you look at how it's been covered, even like press conferences, stuff like that, it's like, half hour for this, half hour. Tiger, 3 hours. You know what I mean? So they block out so much time for Tiger, and he's happy to be there, and he looks great. I don't, he should make the cut. I hope he does make the cut. But then now, like I said, you have all the Live Tour guys over there
who aren't that great.
They aren't that great
because some of them used to be really good.
When I turned on the TV and noticed that Phil Mickelson had on our the Team Having Fun logo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to Phil Mickelson's Instagram. Go check him out on masters.com. Just check out some audio or video from him, and you'll see the Team Having Fun logo prominently displayed on his hat and his chest.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. you know, so he created this other thing called like some golf guys, some shit. It doesn't even make any sense. Like that does not equate what it is.
How does that equal THF? I don't know.
And some other people like it, you know, that logo, they say it came from Fallen Footwear, but Fallen Footwear is more tall and skinny, where ours is wide and short, right?
Yeah, because that's us. We're wide and short.
It looks identical to the one that we had.
You sent it to me. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. I was like, holy shit. I was like, all right. So I went ahead and changed our logo on all our website. I'm not getting sued by this prick. The Saudi Arabia attire is actually pretty good for the humid weather. Translate well. I've been wearing a burqa all week. Jesus.
Pick or get out. If you don't have a pick, if you're wearing a burqa, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Shut your whore mouth right now.
Not only do you now need to get me John Daly's autograph to my arch nemesis, but you got to eat the jockstrap too.
L Stud, it's fucking identical, and they even use the white on black too, with the black with the white background, and vice versa. And that's exactly what we had for the first couple of.
Had we only trademarked it, like we talked about doing that one night when we were drunk, we could have gotten paid.
Yeah.
But no, we're still broke and do a shitty podcast. So we got that going for us.
When I saw it, I was like, my jaw dropped when I saw it this morning or yesterday morning. I was like, holy shit.
I guarantee you he's got that trademark.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I had to move it. I go, fuck it. We're going back.
Freaking Phil's going to sue us.
Yeah. But I also want to say, hey, Dylan, I can't wait for, I've been following mostly football on Facebook a lot. Been sharing a lot of good like breaking news stories and things like that. I'm actually ready for the podcast. I need an off-season update, maybe a draft special or something like that. They usually have some pretty good content, but we also need to see some chips getting eaten. So we need to find Nate. I think Nate went off the reservation.
Nate owes us 2 in the same sitting.
Yeah.
It's not 2 and you can do one this week and one the next week. No, it's 2 back to back. TJ owes us 1.
Yep.
And so does
look, one of the most racist guys in America. Fuck's that guy's name? Perkins?
I almost said something, but
he's been fucking I mean he got cold, like it just got cold on the damn show, caught cold, and no one gave a shit. This guy's still sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay.
That dude just took 4 steps.
Yeah, no shit, right? I mean, he traveled, he had the ball in his fucking hand, he slid 45 feet.
The hiatus is all me. This 2-kid thing is out of control.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I hear you, man.
Can't completely count out drunk selves. Sometimes they're gyms under all that BS. I know.
Yeah. And then Stefan owes us 1 too.
Yeah, Stefan.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, and it was like we had some people come over to the house. I was going to have TJ come over, I think, one of these upcoming weeks or whatever to hang out. I know he's got some truck problems and things like that, but yeah, no.
What's his truck he just bought last year and he can't get a part for it?
It sucks, man. It sucks. You know, welcome to the real. You know,
I think it was like he said something
welcome to
like
hell, man.
The part was going to cost him like $15,000 or some shit like that. And I was like, what?
Yeah, well, he told me it was like it's $3,000, $5,000, or $15,000, and of course he posted the $15,000 one. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
So real quick, Slappy Plays went for an interview at a blacksmith yesterday, and he asked me, "Are you any good at shoeing horses?" I answered no, but I once told a donkey to get lost.
Oh, there you
shoeing
go.
Like shoe, but it's shoe. Yeah.
And this week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and at jbcarts.com.
TJ just stares into deep space these days.
Oh boy. But anyway, so I you know, the invitation is there for a couple people to come over because there's like, hey, you're gonna come over or whatever. Love to have you. Just sit around. We're just gonna talk. It's not an interview setting. Yeah. It's having an extra host.
Yeah.
And I ask, I confirm, and then that's it.
Like we left the last time we talked to him out of pastime, we left the door open for Henson. Any day he wants to come over. If he wants to come over every Wednesday,
I was going to follow up with him, but I was going to take the week off. So I got to talk to him. Maybe for this upcoming week.
Anytime he wants to come over, the door's always open for him.
We'll have a whiskey night.
Yeah, we can do that.
Just taste different whiskeys and things like that. Not get all sauced up or anything, but
that guy. He turned Game of Thrones into a Scott's Turf commercial.
Look how old he is. He looks old as shit.
I mean, he looked old as ass when he was north of the wall.
It's just different.
Because he's not It's not a lot of snow around.
Don't forget to put blood on your door for Passover. Jesus, yeah, Passover's tonight, man.
He's kind of hoping they take his firstborn, so he kind of left the blood off there, so he's all right with it.
Such a weirdo.
I mean, I don't have a firstborn son, so I'm good.
Oh, God. But yeah, so Passover's
that
tonight.
I know of.
What else we got going on? Good Friday's Friday, Easter Sunday. Do you celebrate Sunday. Easter?
Yeah.
Do you do Easter baskets and stuff?
Yeah.
Put candy in there or gifts?
Candy and a bunch of little stuff. So like, I'll always do like, they'll get a book. Always get them a book.
The worst parent ever.
No,
I'm just giving you shit.
Especially my youngest loves to read. Yeah. Like that kid reads all the effing time.
I mean, yeah. She looks like a reader.
She is. We'll put some little like always a stuffed animal. You know?
Okay, nice.
Always got a stuffed animal in there.
Yeah.
And then some toy, something like, I think I got a Lego set for the youngest this year. The oldest, I mean, she's 17. This is like her last Easter basket, right?
Some babes and some
vapes, vapes, a bong, and
a bag of rubbers,
some shrooms. I don't know, man.
Oh my God, if I got shrooms for an Easter basket, I'm just gonna trip balls all night.
I don't know, man. Like
if you got shrooms in your Easter basket and you went out and there they are. Oh, well, so here's my question. Are your Easter baskets inside or on the front porch?
Inside.
Do you put them next to the front door and like near the chimney or something like that?
And neither.
In the kitchen?
We have a spot in the living room.
What's the spot?
Just, I know, it's different every year. Like, there's
so
not
y'all
like
move it.
It's just wherever we want to set it up that year.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
Well, some people put out front. I think like when the kids were younger, we put things out on the front porch. And so they would open
Really?
the door.
You put on the front porch?
Yeah, because the Easter Bunny don't break in your house like fucking Santa Claus.
My house he does.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Easter Bunny comes by and leaves shit out front. Yeah. I remember being out front, but I think like in certain areas when we started moving, they're like, oh, it's in the house. It's in the house.
Yeah. No, it's always been in the house. And then we'll have like a big bowl full of Easter eggs.
Okay.
Filled with candy and crap.
Wait, do you hide them?
So the Easter Bunny does. The Easter Bunny puts them in a big bowl.
Okay.
And then we split it in half because our kids there's a big difference in the age group, right?
Right.
We have now it's 17 and 9, so we've always done 2 separate egg hunts for them.
Our kids are into that.
Yeah, she's got that. So we always do 2 separate egg hunts for the kids.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. So egg hunt, like you in the house on shelves. Like
usually
that.
outside.
Outside. Oh, that's
yeah.
Okay.
Weather permitting.
Right.
There's been a couple years.
Thunderstorm.
There's been a couple years where we've had to do it inside.
It snowed like one year.
It's just if the weather's decent, we do it outside.
Easter pinata?
No, but I bet you all Sud has one. I'm just saying.
Oh Jesus. God, dog, what is wrong with you?
Nothing.
One of my fond memories of Easter. I was back when I was probably like 12, 13 years old at my grandfather's house. And it's back when all the cousins and everybody got together and whatnot, right? And so, was that my grandfather's house? My grandmother's house. But so the aunts would put all these eggs everywhere. I'm talking eggs effing everywhere. But there was like a count. They knew how many, you come in, you like, click them or whatever. Some eggs had surprises or like, where it was like a number, right? You won like, this number 1 was a giant thing of bubbles, or number 2 was a Game Boy or some shit like that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you look like someone has an Easter pinata. Why am I a bastard?
What does he mean? What do you mean by he looks like some guy looks like he got an Easter pinata?
Why am I a bastard? Because I knew you had an Easter pinata. We've known each other for years now, Elstad. Don't put that on me.
You look like a guy that has an Easter pinata. That's pretty messed up. And then Dylan's just sitting there calling it out.
It would be messed up if he didn't have it, but he has it. So,
God,
that's not how me, bro.
Jesus. But yeah, so Easter hunt and things like that, it's like, it's always fun. And we always do it indoors. I think it's been a long, long, long time since we've done it outdoors.
We've always done it outdoors, but like in both the houses that we've had, we have big backyards. The house we're in now has a really big, it's a decent size. Our front yard's bigger now, but in the last house we had, it was, we had a really big backyard, and like we'll do like with the oldest, like the last couple of years, she's at the point, like 15, 16 years old. You know what? we're gonna have some fun with it. So like there was one year where like we hid all the eggs, but we hid them in the front yard. So she comes out in the backyard looking for them. She can't find them anywhere. And we make her search around for about 10 to 15 minutes before we say, oh, they're.
And she'd keep going along with it. Like,
yeah, dude. She's like, where that? We hit them really good.
Oh, man. Like after 5 minutes of searching, you're probably giving up, right? You're like, yeah, they're not around.
I don't know, maybe. But
you're like, I'm done with this.
And then we had one year where we took them all and just hit them all in like one spot. Like we've got this like in our backyard now. We did this last year. We have a grill out back, and like next to it, there's this. It's like a
giant snake that was in the grill.
I never got that one.
Yeah, it's still there.
That guy got away. I don't know where
he's still in there.
I haven't seen him since that night.
He's in there eating those Easter eggs every year.
I don't know, but like we've got like it's like the thing they put in the ground where like the
steak,
not a steak,
things a car does.
It's would you just be quiet? It's got a lid that lifts off on the top. Where shut up!
Stuff a lawnmower does.
Where you lift it up, where you turn off your water, right?
A cutoff switch.
But it's like it's the plastic thing that goes around it.
A gas switch
and a top.
A housing.
But we have one of those next to our grill. It's not in the ground though. It's just like on the cement. And so, but we lifted up one year and we put all the eggs under there.
Oh, okay, nice.
And she looked around for about 50. She was like, it took her about 20 minutes to find it that year. She's like, let me guess, they're all in the front? Nope. And so she went and looked at.
She's onto your bullshit.
She was onto it from the year before. She went and looked in the front. She's like, they're not in the front. I go, I know, they're all back here.
Grizzle, what's up? Molson, what's up? How we doing?
What's going on?
We're talking about Easter bunny, Easter egg hiding adventures and things like that.
But we've always done. I think when I was younger up in Michigan, when I lived close to my aunts, and there was 9 of us. There was my mom, my 2 aunts. They all had 3 kids.
Okay,
and so there was the 9 of us, and we'd always get together on Easter and do a big egg hunt. And like you said, like you had your aunts, I had my aunts, and like an egg would have like a number in it, and you pulled that number, and it was like a $10 bill, a $20 bill, an action figure, all sorts of different things.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, I also had in the city I lived in, they did the marshmallow drop.
I don't know what that is.
So they had a helicopter.
Tad, how we doing?
Fly over a football field, like the middle school football field. We had the football field and the track, and all the kids were standing on the track. They would drop the marshmallows, and then you ran out there to grab the marshmallows. And some of them were marshmallows. There were some eggs. On some of the there was one marshmallow. It was like a gold marshmallow, and if you found that, it was $100.
Oh, nice.
So
let's go ahead and pause this invigorating talk about Easter Sunday and Easter egg hunts, and recognize an old school 2.0 raid over on YouTube. What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Grizzle, Molson,
Mel's
from Artad. What's up, Busby East?
Michigan. Maybe we could just start saying everybody's
old school
name
raid
backwards.
Buckeye Bunny,
Eco Bub. There you go. What's up, old school?
Mario from New York.
Yeah, we're sponsors apparently of the old
Beard
school.
Laws shows up too.
Hey,
what's up, Beard
man?
Laws?
I was gonna post something, but I didn't want to take a shot at Beard Laws. I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to see your video of you reacting to some stupid video. Then I realized that's what he does.
That's kind of like his thing.
But it's not his videos. I actually like his videos. It's everyone else's videos where some slapdick loser nobody is sitting there watching a video of something else going on, and I'm like, why are you even in this? Why are you even here? At least Beard Laws get that effing majestic beard that goes down 16 inches, right? He keeps it at 16 inches. For competition purposes, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, welcome in, Raiders.
I wouldn't take any offense to it.
No, I saw some you see some loser laying in bed, react. Why are you recording yourself laying in bed watching a video about something going on? Like, it's got nothing. I'm more interested in that video than I am you. Why didn't that video show up on my feed before you did?
18 inches, he said.
18. There you go.
Why you had to cut him short?
A couple inches. I don't measure to the base all the way back out. I measure to the, just
from the tip.
Yeah. I don't go to the taint. I go tip to base. That's tip to taint. Some people do T to B. Some people do T to T. I don't do T to T.
Huh.
Ooh, we got some chin music going here. So delicious.
It's pretty damn good.
Oh, wait, is this mine? This is mine.
Yeah, you still got a little bit left in there.
So, anyways, I measured wrong. So yeah, no, Old School. Hope you had a great stream. Welcome in everybody from Old School stream.
They were drawing teams for the Zero Squads League.
They're doing Zero Squad League. That it's going to drop Saturday morning. I think it's 9 a.m. Central Time, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they get going, and we're one of the title sponsors. I think of that.
Yeah,
I actually went and bought the big surprise for that.
Grizzle measures from the knee personally.
Whoa,
he's still coming in at 12 inches.
solid 12. So, but yeah, if you haven't checked him out yet, check out Old School Wizard and get in on that squad. I mean, I don't know if you can enter now, but you know, it's great. He runs it a couple times a year. Phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. Everybody's having a good time in there. Now, yeah, there's some really, really good players, and there's some players that just want to hang out and play Fortnite. And you know, everybody can respect that. Just hang out, have a good time. And it, like he said the other day, it's about meeting people, about playing Fortnite with other. It's 18 plus generally, but he does let a couple squeakers in. They're like kids of family members,
right,
or you know, of his high council as he calls them, and things like that. And dwellers such as myself. I'm a dweller.
Oh,
yeah,
you dwell on things a lot. I
definitely
dwell on things a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Moles, what's up?
What's going on? Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. Just enjoy life.
But yeah, so this beer is going down great. It's Texas Leaguer Chin Music. It's a Citra Pale Ale. It's actually quite phenomenal, to be honest with you. I love the citrus flavor. The Citra. It's obviously they use Citra hops, or they wouldn't call it Citra in the Pale Ale. But tasty.
It's
right?
really good. Yeah, a really good citrus flavor to it.
Low ABV, 5.4.
Great mouthfeel. Like it hits you. Like as soon as you take a sip, it hits you on that front part of the tongue. A lot of IPAs will kind of hit you on the back end, but this one hits you on the front for sure, all the way through. Really, really damn good.
Yeah,
really enjoying it.
We got one each to finish off here in a little bit, but we'll get to that shortly. Oh boy, what else you want to talk about? We covered Easter, baseball, golf. NFL?
Now's your time to shine.
Oh, what?
You called for the ball.
I don't want to talk about that. Give me late night on that.
Nope.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I thought it was for Monday, and you're like, no, it's Wednesday.
Oh God, I didn't want to talk about it then, and I don't want to talk about it now.
You got to. We're not going to avoid it anymore. We're not passing the buck off anymore. Okay, it's your time to swing and hit the pinata. You want to talk about Dave and Buster's?
I used to love Dave and Buster's. Like I used to love going to Dave and Buster's, having fun, take the kids out there. We used to celebrate like birthdays and stuff. Like we go out there and just, hey, listen, we're going to have some food. Then the tab's open. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to play some games. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Right.
Right.
And so at a certain hour, they would usually kick the kids out. There wouldn't be no kids around. Right. So it's like, you're hanging out, you're having a good time. You're enjoying yourself. You're an adult. You're just having beers,
doing adult things,
playing stupid games, right?
Yeah.
Missed the golf. Yeah, just slightly. Yeah. Cover beer politics. I don't even know what that even means.
I know exactly what that means.
What's beer politics?
And that might be what's more of a late night thing. Did you see the Kid Rock video?
No.
Okay. We'll talk offline about that and discuss whether or not you want to talk about that.
Okay. So we
typically don't get political and things like that on the show. That's why we talk about it. We try to just keep it. We try to stay out of trouble.
What's beer politics? Can I ask what that is? You gonna give me a rundown real quick, or you gotta wait till later?
We'll talk later.
All right. So anyways, you go to Dave and Buster's, and you know it's so one of the middle kids' birthdays, right? He's like 26.
I'm confused because you say middle kids, but you both have two kids.
Yeah. So it's one of the.
So there's no middle kid if you both have two kids.
Well, it's Junior, her youngest son, right?
Okay.
And so we're like, hey, come on out. He didn't even know about it, right? So we're out Dave and Buster's, and he just thinks that his significant other's taking him out and doesn't know we're all sitting there kind of waiting, hanging out. And so Frankie's got a fever, kid, you know, they might have taken him to the emergency room. So hell, you know, then he doesn't show up. So we're already out there. So we're going to hang out.
We're going to hang out and party anyway.
Apparently WrestleMania was going on.
2-night event.
Dude. And so I'm sitting there at Dave and Buster's watching WrestleMania with a bunch of other weirdos. I'm like looking around like, all right, so y'all are here for this. They got the damn the Final Four going on the other TV with no sound. I'm like, I'm watching that. What the hell? But I'll tell you this, WrestleMania was awesome. It was fun to watch, but then so all right, eventually we're like, all right, so let's get up and start kind of seeing what's going on. And people were starting to go to the bathroom. We got the wait staff was terrible, shit like that. So then I happened to notice on the outside of our booth that we have like area for like, say, 15 people, right? We got enough seating for 15 people.
Okay.
We got long booth that curves and then chairs.
Okay.
And then on the other side, there's booth. Right outside our booth.
So you got an area for 15 people, and how many people do you have?
Probably 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
We were going to.
So you're close. Okay.
Yeah,
so you're close. Okay. I didn't want to hear you're at an area for 15 people and you have 5.
I would have done that any day of the week.
No
questions asked.
Don't be that guy.
Then, but I get up to after. I was like, I got to use the restroom. I'll be right back. So I get up. But now there's a pack of people standing outside of a booth, packed with people. Okay. So I've got like, I'm not shitting you, Alan. There's 15 people standing up and around this booth that already has 6 people, if not more, packed into it.
Okay.
Strollers, kids, mothers, just standing around. I go, can I just get by? Can you just get out of my way? I was a little nice on the way out. Wasn't so hot. It wasn't so great on the way in. I was like, can you move? Why are you standing here? This isn't a standing room only at a damn ball game. This is a restaurant. You bunch of lunatics. So, and I noticed that like this
restaurant / bar / arcade.
The bar is over there.
Okay, but
hold on.
It's all 3.
The bar is 100 yards, 50 yards away.
I know.
The arcade's 100 yards away.
I understand.
Now we're in the seating area only.
Still, it's all 3 in 1.
I was so effing pissed. I was like, can y'all just
You're
move?
Always pissed.
I was like, can you just get out of the way? What are you doing?
If you're in public and you're somewhere, you're pissed. Can we just acknowledge that?
Yes. Oh, I absolutely acknowledge that. Yeah.
Like, you can be in public, be the only person there, and be pissed.
I'm not having a good time. Yeah, I like being in here. What's wrong with being in my house?
Like, you can go to a movie. Let's break it. You can go to like a movie tavern, right? And be you and Lizzie are the only 2 people in the theater. You got a third person who comes in who's your waiter. And you're pissed.
Now you sound like Lizzie.
No, I'm just explaining how you are. Most people think Buster is the cool one, but it's actually Dave.
So as I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell's going on around here? You know,
people are just having a good time.
No. They're standing around like with like strollers and shit, just blocking like areas and stuff like that. I'm like, why don't y'all get a table for 30 fucking people? Because you have 30 effing people standing around. Like, they can't because you took the table for 15. No, that ain't my problem. Because at the other end, there's another, like they're celebrating like their 40th. Somebody had a 40th birthday or something like that. And there's other seating to be had. But no, they only got a table. Like, oh yeah, no, we'll just get a table for 6. And we're just going to stand around and hover around. I'm like, get out of the way. Kids running around and shit like that. Parents just globbing, just existing is like, oh my God.
Existing. Parents just
driving me nuts. Driving me nuts.
Can we get the Mavs game on?
Oh,
they're tied up at 25. I just saw. I want to watch them lose.
I mean, only if it's on regular television, because if it's on Bally's, we're not going to get it.
No Bally's. All right, so you're pissed off because there's a bunch of people standing around. Like,
why don't you Google when what channel is the Mavs game? See, 21. It used to be on 21.
Is it on like ESPN or something like that?
I was just on ESPN.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
TNT.
Oh, might be a good call.
TNT, TBS, right?
Yeah. I'm going.
All right.
So what's wrong with me having a tough time with dealing with idiots that are just like in the way? Oh, and then the other party that was next to me, that was there for their 40th birthday, they're going line by line on their check. There's glasses and dishes and shit all over the place, but they're going line by line.
Yeah. Never tried to go during the pandemic. I can only imagine what it was like. This was 2 days ago.
It's a couple days ago.
This was Sunday, right?
Saturday night.
Yeah. This wasn't during the pandemic. This was Saturday.
I think I just need to go to the one in nope, it's not on there.
Oh, okay.
Wait, one more chance.
We'll go hockey. Okay.
I should just go to the one in Frisco. I go to the one in Dallas off 75, and it's where we had the Christmas party. You know what I mean? We were out there for our work. We were there for a Christmas party event, and it was a lot of fun, tons of fun. And not this year, but years past.
For work?
Yeah. They had like events out there.
I think that was just your like
you think it's my
department or something. Yeah.
There's a bunch of people.
All of our events were always at
Six Flags?
No, like the holiday events were all at like hotels and things, like or close to. So we had the 1 year where it was at our first year with the company was at the Air Museum.
Yeah, I'm talking about recent time though. More recently. I don't think we even
I think the last 3 were all at the Gaylord.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had the one at the Trade Center, the World Trade Center out there.
Fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm just kind of done with it. I'm like,
Oh no, there was 1 year where they sent us Dave and Buster cards.
Oh, nice. It must have been a compliance thing then. Maybe legal and compliance.
Yeah.
So then we were all out there.
Because they had 1 year where they sent everyone in the company Dave and Buster card, and that was before the pandemic. Because we were still in the office then.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
But so we went out there for our event. And so everybody's like sitting down there, catered, everything's there waiting for us and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Nah. I circled around to the other side of the bar and sat there and was like sitting there making bets and like, Brandon, what are you doing over here? I go, watch TV.
That's a lot quieter over here. A lot less of my coworkers over here.
I was like, but I like hanging out with all them. And obviously now they understand like why I do the things that I do, right? I actually go to happy hour. I interact with the teams and stuff like that. But they have a better understanding of
you as a person.
Yeah. Because I'm slightly difficult and to deal with, and I don't like public settings. And so they leave me alone, or they let me get a beer in me, and they sit down and have a beer with me.
Just like when we go do a road show, you get there, you get all pissy, you're all blah blah blah. Get you a beer. Yeah. You have your beer and you're fine.
Yeah. And so that's what they see me have a drink, and then like, oh yeah, I'll get a beer too. Like, okay, what are you doing? Watching that right there, or I'm on my phone watching something else, like depending on the week or depending on the time, it could be watching NFL trades. I mean, something as stupid as that that nobody wants to hear about, or I have my earbuds in, listen to some nut farm podcast about, sleepers and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah. No, that's
he listens to a lot of pinata podcasts.
Dude, I got to go find some pinata podcasts now.
I guarantee you there's at least one out there. If not, we're starting one.
Why not?
We'll get El Stud will be our first guest.
There you go.
Tell us about Easter pinatas.
It's got to be the shape of an Easter bunny, right? I mean, it has to be. They're white, blue eyes, and then someone's just cracking the F out at one of them.
Huh.
I guess I can go down the street to the store and find out, because they're going to be hanging from the ceiling. Yeah.
Who was Detroit going to draft? Someone on the defensive line. I don't know that will be Jalen Carter just because of all of his off the field stuff. But there's also talks of the guy from, I want to say Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be someone on the D line if we don't trade down. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we trade down, honestly.
Well, let's kick it into NFL talk or whatever. Let's start with the two top stories, right? Aaron Rodgers is still on the Packers. He's still on the Packers. And then Lamar Jackson still hasn't received his massive contract that he wants because of courtesy of the Browns being complete nimrods and giving it to Rub and Tug Stevenson. What the hell is that guy's name?
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
don't act like you don't know what his name is.
Rub and Tug Watson. No, I forgot his name because I don't keep up with it. But the mock drafts and stuff, they're all out. Everyone's talking about rankings and drafts and what they obviously said the first two people picked are going to be the QBs. Was it Stroud out of Ohio State because he's got the better mentality and understanding of the game, and he's a true pocket passer. But he's also an Ohio State quarterback, so he's going to suck. Right. You lay that claim to where there's no point to drafting him because he's an Ohio State quarterback. Yeah. Next one up is what's his name from Alabama.
I've actually seen Bryce Young going number one.
Bryce Young
lately.
They say he's a little small. He's smaller frame.
He's the comparison I've heard is he's a short Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, interesting. So, I don't get those vibes, but I get it. Let me check out and see what's going on.
Two traditionally great organizations in turmoil.
Well, there you go. So CBS actually has Bryce Young going first to the Carolina Panthers, CJ Stroud second, Anthony Richardson to the Titans. I think that'd be phenomenal for the Titans.
I think Anthony Richardson's not going to be that great.
You don't think so?
No, he was a star of the combine. He wasn't on anybody's radar for the first round until the combine.
He won the combine. He won me over as well.
The combine.
Yeah.
He's really great at working out.
Will Levis is the number 4 pick, Colts.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot, dude. I think he's almost too muscular. He's too muscular.
But here's my thing with Richardson. Let me just get this out here.
Okay.
If we were drafting teams for like a gladiator game, type thing. You know, you have the gladiators, the little workout thing. Yeah, awesome. Or maybe we got the what's the other workout thing a lot of people do?
CrossFit.
Yeah, if we're doing CrossFit games, sign me up for him.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're talking about this guy he wasn't on anybody's radar for the first round.
He was kind of on there, but later radar.
The combine. If the combine is where you separate yourself, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just not going to.
So with Will Levis, Kentucky going to the Colts, I think it's a great fit actually to be with them. And then you got first defensive player, edge rusher from Alabama, Will Anderson, going to Seahawks, right? And then the reason I wanted to kind of gloss and get past him because next pick up
number 6,
the Lions, Devon Witherspoon.
Where's he from?
Out of Illinois.
I haven't seen that.
He's a cornerback. So
I don't think we won't go cornerback with the first pick because of the players we've gotten in free agency. Cam Sutton, CJ Gardner Johnson, and there's 3 players we've gotten in free agency. We're not taking a cornerback in the maybe with the 18th pick, our second pick in the first round.
You should ask CBS Sports what exactly is going through their mind and let them know who you are and where you're from. You know, be like, I'm with Strikeout Beer, and I'd love to know. It says Witherspoon fits the hard-nosed mentality of Dan Campbell's Lions. He also fits a major need at outside cornerback.
When was that mock draft done?
I think it's just recent. I
What's
got a date on this thing? 2 hours ago.
Huh.
Yeah. Maybe they know something you don't know.
Or anybody else.
Yeah.
That's the only mock draft I've seen, even before we made all these moves.
And this is a trade from the Rams.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This is the pick we got with the Stafford trade.
Right. You still down with
defensive line?
I know you're a massive Stafford fan, but are you still selling everything? Goff's your guy going forward.
I told you this when the trade was made. I'll stand by it, especially after last season. And Peter King actually just had an article out about this. Jared Goff's our guy. Dan Campbell's come out there and said it, because everyone's talking about. There's been a lot of people like, oh, well, obvious place for Lamar Jackson to land is going to be Detroit. You'd be a great fit for Detroit. They got all these weapons. There's great offensive line. Almost every Mac I've seen has the Lions taking a cornerback. I haven't seen anywhere we're taking a cornerback. That's the first one I've seen. Most of the early mock drafts I saw was us taking Jalen Carter, but ever since the whole, after the national championship, the wreck and him being involved with that, a lot of other things that have come out since then. Dan Campbell talked about how he talked to a lot of his former teammates, and he heard a lot of really interesting things. He's kind of dropped on the radar, but it's all about the edge. How about the Vikings? What about that? The Vikings aren't. Vikings are the Vikings. We'll see what they do.
I mean, I still think that they're
they'll be a good team. They'll finish second in the North.
A formidable team. And you still have Green Bay there, and you have I think the Bears are definitely on the come up.
No, they're not.
I really do.
Did I send you that picture the other day?
You send me all the time.
No, Discord. I posted in the Discord.
I don't go to Discord.
And it was top quarterbacks in the NFC.
Okay. Wait, when's y'all's next pick? So do you have 2 first rounds?
Yeah, we have 6 and 18.
Okay, so 6 and 18.
6 was from the Rams.
I'm gonna scroll down to number 18.
And number 18 is our pick.
Okay, so number 18, going running back, Bijan Robinson out of Texas.
I do not see that happening.
The Lions
jump on the and we just signed David Montgomery.
I'm reading it. The Lions jump at the opportunity to place Robinson behind their stellar blocking unit, and I think with Montgomery. I think that was a phenomenal pickup.
I love the Montgomery side.
David Montgomery is a great running back.
We lose Jamal Williams, but we get a better running back in David Montgomery,
which is well round. I think he's the stud. He's the guy next year, right? Swift.
Look at what he did with a shitty offensive line.
Yeah,
and now you're putting him behind one of the best offensive lines in the league.
And so with that, Swift takes hits, right? Terrible hits, and I think they might try to move him here pretty soon, but then you got your third stringer right here, Robinson, where he whenever they're done with Montgomery, they're gonna hey, Robinson, you're the guy.
I don't see Bijan Robinson being there at 18. Honestly, I see him going before then. But even if he's there at 18, we're not drafting him. The Lions they're not going to draft Bijan Robinson. We're not going to do it.
Okay.
We've got our running backs. We need to work on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, we were great last year.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
We've made one of our weakest points was our secondary, and we signed a lot of players to improve there. Look for them.
It sounds like you got to sign. You got to draft one more, buddy. Because they're like talking about the CB.
Nah.
Mm.
Maybe with our second pick in the first round, but not our first pick. We're going D-line our first pick. If we pick there. So if we pick at 6, it's D-line or we're trading the pick.
The draft's coming up April 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
It's a Thursday here in like 2 weeks, essentially. 2-3 weeks. 3 weeks?
It's coming up soon.
3 weeks. You know what? Now I gotta figure it out. So NFL draft. I should have already had this up. So I love the draft. We went to the draft when it was here in Dallas. If it ever comes to your hometown, I
want to go next year. It's in Detroit next year. I want to go.
If you ever have a chance to go and it's in your hometown, I suggest seriously going because it's a lot of fun. So this year, Thursday, April 27th through April 29th, it's in Kansas City. Old school. Are you going? Because that's what I want to know. I want to know if you're going to go to this draft.
Should.
Yep. Put your name in the hat just to get inside, I think. But or just go.
Or just go to the event.
Yeah.
Like the event itself is awesome.
Yeah. And then not to mention, even if you don't have tickets, they'll still have like a waiting queue and you're going to get in. You're going to get in. It's a full day fun. It generally in the sun. Like we were out there just having a blast and just, I'm
not going, or maybe I am. Do it old school.
You got to, man. It's there in your town. And like we were supposed to go to the one in Vegas and COVID happened. Right. Oh my God. That year was going to be phenomenal.
We had our tickets and everything.
It's going to be great. Because that was the year I think I went up there for the Super Bowl and I went back for March Madness.
I think I should. You should old school. It's a great time.
You got to.
Like I said, even if you don't get into the actual draft itself, everything they have going on outside is a blast.
And I need you to do a couple recordings and be like, hi, I'm live. I'm Old School Wizard reporting for Strikeout Beer live at the draft out here in Kansas City.
And I'm here with Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju, what do you think about this upcoming season?
But it's a great opportunity to, meet players, get autographs.
We got Todd Heap's autograph.
Hang out.
Taco Charlton.
You do the what is that one? We did like a diving catch pass into like a
for
foam
Bridgestone
pit or whatever. And yeah, dude.
The podium. They have the lockers.
The podium was cool, right?
The podium was cool. Like you're there at the podium, you get your picture taken. They had the lockers of great players from all the teams and things like that. They had a whole college football section too, where they had the mannequins out there wearing the college football jerseys. They had like a whole men thing. Tons of players are out there.
A lot of fun.
NFL Network's out there. ESPN's out there doing their shows live. So you can be there watching the shows live and things like that.
We know Juju left. Yeah, we know. But he was here when he was on Pittsburgh's team. Pittsburgh Steelers.
He was here. Second year in the league.
So it's like, it's one of those things where whoever's sponsoring, like Pizza Hut was sponsoring that year, and they brought out that Juju for the booth, and then whatever the sponsorship is, they bring out their players that they have a relationship with or whatever, and they have them there. You can seriously meet some cool people, have a good conversation, and I think it's one of those lifetime experiences where you go and just be part of the draft.
We had a blast. They had cheerleaders from all the teams out there. At my picture with the Lions cheerleaders, that was pretty cool. I mean, I remember like specifically like meeting Todd Heap and shaking his hand.
Yeah,
and that dude's hand was so freaking big.
Yeah,
it was like I had
Jesus, banana hands, take it easy.
It was like I was 2 and he was an adult shaking hands. Like it was really cool.
I'm telling you, Old School, you definitely go. And even here, like, as busy or wild ass as you think it would be, it wasn't overly packed. There's food, there's booze, there's water, obviously, and things like that. But there's so much free stuff and cool stuff to do.
There's so much free stuff.
And there's tons of cool people to meet along the way. And I think it's an experience that we will always remember. And especially we were going to go to the one in Vegas, we're going to go bonkers. But I highly recommend it because most of these things are free. And if you, like I said, if you're on like a wait, if you don't get into the actual event, you're still there and you can get queued in. Like they'll just let you come in because people leave all the time. They want asses.
They want people in there, right? Yep. And like we got in, and the cool thing was like you got in.
That was the year Baker Mayfield was picked.
Number one.
Yeah.
But we got in, and like you got this bag and had a bunch of free swag in it. It had a little radio with like a little earpiece that was tuned right to the event itself.
Yeah.
So you can hear the audio from the draft, as well as you had they had the NFL Network in there, I think, was doing their thing. Michael Irvin and I can't remember who the lady was that was doing it. But it was an absolute blast. You know, we got to boo Roger Goodell every time he walked up to the podium in the first round.
I did.
You get caught up in the moment. You're like, I'm not going to boo him. But then everyone's booing. You're like, you know what?
You know, you've been drinking for 6 hours.
Suck.
So, yeah. But that was back when he was actually like kind of ruining shit. But but now I don't boom. I just kind of giggle because I either watch it live or I'm there at the event, or I go to like Boomer Jacks or Buffalo Wild Wings. We did have a special where we had the draft live here. I think it was back when the Bengals had the #1 pick, right?
No, it wasn't here. We were remote. It was during COVID. This was the COVID year.
I'm 90% sure. I mean, you were sitting here talking to the guy from what's it called? You weren't in this room with me?
No, I was at home. It was COVID.
Shit. Oh my God.
That was the year we were supposed to go to Vegas.
Yeah. Oh,
because he hit us up. He wanted us to do a live event at the brewery. We're like, sorry, man, we're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, something changes. And then COVID happened. And we're like, hey, we're actually going to be at our houses. Do you want to jump on with us? And Brian came on with us and was on with us through almost the whole first round.
Yeah.
He jumped on with us for just before the first pick and stayed with us through, I want to say, like the first 20 picks.
We might do something like this this year, because with the Lions having 2 picks, I know you're going to be very much involved.
I'm all in.
So either we won't do the Wednesday show and we just do a Thursday special, or we'll do it remote. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to the draft. I look forward to the draft every year. It's one of my favorite.
It's fun. It's an event.
It's a great event. And like I said, they announced in 2024 it's going to be in Detroit. I want to go. Like, I'm going to do everything I can to go to that. I'm just going to go ahead and start setting it up now. Just letting the fam know, hey, next year I'm going to Detroit for the NFL draft, and I want to go there for the whole thing. I want to go there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, if I'm going to go out of town for it, and especially like out of town where I have like family and stuff like that, I'll just go for the whole weekend. I want to hit out there, and I'll go out there to the event every day and just have some fun.
There you go. Well, yeah. All right. Let's finish up. Let's close it out with what we thought about this beer. How about that? We'll come back at 9.
Oh, we're gonna end it early, huh?
Yeah.
Or are we gonna BS for?
Dude, he doesn't even have his headlights on. How the hell you turn your headlights off on a motorcycle?
Headlights.
God. So, anyways, we're having Chin Music by Texas Leaguer. It's a Citra Pale Ale, rocking in at, I think I said 5.4% alcohol by volume, so super low.
Yeah,
not super low, but lower than
good.
Normal. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. It's really good IPA. Amazing mouthfeel to this beer. Like, and that's one of those weird phrases that, like, when you first start hearing people talk about it, you're like, what is that? But then, like, the more and more you get into it, you're like, you know what? I understand what that means.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
This hits you with flavor right off the bat.
Yeah.
The very first sip, it hits you in the front of the tongue. Get you with that kind of citrus flavor that goes to a little bit of a bitterness, but really, really damn good. I'm definitely enjoying this beer. I kind of wish we had some more. Like,
I mean, that's a great description. I'm with you at 100% too. So, like, this beer has been great since we started.
Yep,
and it just keeps going, and it's just one of those easy drinkers. Now, could I drink this like more of it? Like, I'm more on the page of like citrusy. I start kind of tailing off after a handful of these beers, right?
Okay.
Now I'm on my third one. It's
if you had 3 more, would you drink them?
Sitting around hanging out during
like
the day
right now.
Well, I'm saying during the day, it's summertime and stuff like that. Yeah, I can probably do a 6-pack, on my own.
Okay.
But anything more than that, I think it's going to be a little too much citrus, and it's getting you ready for summertime, man. Like, this is hey, we're gonna party. Hang on, let's go.
Yeah,
and we're off. I mean, we haven't had a bad Texas Leaguer beer yet, and this one just didn't disappoint either. And it's smack dab. We're full speed ahead in baseball season.
We're baseball guys now, right?
Yeah.
All aboard. Here's the thing I'll say about this. This is a beer where give me a 12-pack, and I'm just gonna sit down in front of the TV and watch some baseball.
12-pack, huh?
Why not?
Well, you do you, buddy.
Maybe get some dogs going,
Oh yeah.
I kind of wanted to go. I worked the half day today, and I kind of wanted to go out to the game because
you didn't go.
I didn't go.
Oh God, what'd you take a half day for then?
Because I work Saturday.
What's the point?
It's my flex day.
Go to the game.
I ended up doing some other stuff I needed to do. But I kind of want, because it was Wednesday and it's $1 hot dog.
Yeah.
And it's no longer Nolan Ryan hot dogs. They got rid of the Nolan Ryan hot dogs.
They got some other
lower end Texas Chili Company or something like that. Hot dogs.
It's like B&S or Bar and S or whatever that one that you
it's
get
not
at
bar, it's not Bar and S.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's not the cheap Walmart hot dogs.
Yeah, it's those cheap ass Walmart hot dogs you get like 12 for $1.
It's not. It is not.
Wrapped up in shit.
I am going to go to. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go to at least one Rangers game and at least one game out of town.
Nice. Yeah.
So I haven't gone to a baseball game since we went to the World Series.
Here in Texas.
The first year of COVID, Dodgers and Rays. World Series.
The Rays? I remember the Dodgers.
It was the Rays. So I haven't been to a baseball game in a couple of years. I'm going to commit to 2. One's going to be here, a Rangers game, and one's going to be somewhere else. I don't know where and who's going to be playing, but I will go to another. I'm going to go to 2 games this year.
Yeah.
So
I don't, if I go to the Ranger games, it's just one of those one-off things. I have no interest in going back to Arlington. I'm more about going.
You're supposed to be a baseball guy.
Well, I'm going to go local, and I'm going to go. Like tomorrow, I'm going to Frisco, right? But I do want to go.
You getting in the endless pool?
I plan on. No, I told you I'm not. But I do plan on going to Kansas City. I do plan on going to Cincinnati. I do plan on going to a couple other ballparks throughout the year. Our buddy Brad, I'd love to get him on. Like, I need to probably hit him up or text him or something like that, because he did his spring break differently. He decided to get in the car and drive to Wrigley.
Nice.
Go to Pittsburgh.
Wrigley is my number one baseball experience.
Really?
Like, I've gone to, so Wrigley's number 1, Yankee Stadium is number 2, and the old Tiger Stadium is number 3.
The old Yankee Stadium.
Yes. The last year at the old Yankee Stadium, I went on the 4th of July to see the Yankees and Red Sox play and had an absolute blast. And then I went to, there was a game that I remember going to at the old Tiger Stadium. This was back when we had Cecil Fielder, Kirk Gibson.
Oh boy.
And we were losing going into the bottom. I don't remember who we were playing. I still have the ticket stub at home somewhere, but we were losing going into the bottom of the 9th. Cecil Fielder hit a rooftop home run to take it to extra innings. And back rooftop home runs were like huge, like awesome back. And he hit one, and then we were in extra innings, and Kirk Gibson hit a walk-off rooftop home run to win it. And I was like 10 at the time or something like that, like young me. And dude, it was so excited. It was so awesome. But like Wrigley was, I grew up watching a lot of Cubs baseball.
Of course, yeah.
And Wrigley Field was just
a lot of our history. Like, if people are about our age, you grew up.
It's the mecca of baseball. It really was for us, right?
Yeah.
And like, so I went. Now moved to Illinois, and right the first summer he moved up there, me and a couple buddies drove up there, and we parked into some parking lot offsite, and took a bus there. And you walked off the bus, and I walked off the bus. As soon as you get off the bus is that scoreboard right there. Nice. And I walked off the bus. I took one step off the bus. I saw the scoreboard.
It says St. Ferris.
And I just stopped.
Yeah.
And was just sitting there staring, just in awe. And I got people around me like, excuse me. And I'm just.
Well, that's different than being in New York, because they don't say excuse me up there.
Yeah.
Which I actually enjoy.
But they didn't get by me because I wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Like,
they got by you. They just walked around your fat ass. When Ellen was a young lass. Yeah. No, we get a lot of those stories.
But yeah. And then just the whole experience. I remember with the Cubs game, I remember they played the Reds.
Okay.
Back when Griffey was on the team and things like that.
Griffey was on the Reds?
Yes.
Okay.
And pitching for the Cubs that day was a young Rich Hill.
I don't know who Rich Hill is.
He was in the league for a while.
Yeah.
He was an okay pitcher.
Nice.
But he pitched a complete game shutout that game.
Oh, jeez.
And
Red's doing red shit.
It was awesome. And it was cool because like one of the guys we were with, he had never been like out of Texas. And so there was a 7-Eleven right across the street from Wrigley, and he went in there to get something, and they have liquor.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, what the? And so we grabbed like a little plastic bottle of like Jack and smuggled it in. He's like, dude, got this bottle of Jack that I bought across the street at 7-Eleven. I was like,
excited as shit.
I was like, yeah, you can get that up here up north.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go to a liquor
store.
store.
Go to Rite Aid and get like liquor. They just shut the two aisles off.
I remember the first times like when like I was aware of like alcohol, things like that. I think I was like 21 at the time. And I went back up to Michigan and I was at a Myers, and one end cap was Captain Crunch. And the next end cap was Jaeger.
Oh, the North is so much fun, isn't it?
It's so great. Like
we're down here in the Bible Belt of hell, where everything is like just, oh God, kill me now.
Can't buy liquor on a Sunday.
I don't even get what's going on.
I got to go to a liquor store. Yeah. I mean, I could buy fake vodka and fake rum and fake Fireball at the gas station.
I saw that shit. It says cinnamon in giant letters.
I need to bring. I keep forgetting to bring it with me.
Yeah.
Either to just leave here so we could do a Monday show, or for us to do on a Wednesday night. But I have 2 bottles of the fake Fireball and 2 little bottles of the real Fireball for us to do a little taste test.
Put your headphones on so you can hear this.
Okay, but yeah. All in all, good little night.
Nice.
Good little beer. You can get
phenomenal chin music, baby.
Get your hands on this. Is in Missouri City, Texas. Wherever that is, I'm gonna have to look it up. I think I need to get out there sometime.
Maybe.
It's April. It's a new month. I got to go visit a new brewery. I'm doing a new one every month. But thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. It's been a blast. We'll be back in a little bit. Do a little after dark action. We got Brew Dog, 12-pack of non-alcoholics we'll be drinking. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for watching us. As always, I'm Alan. We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to Strikeout Beer.
You didn't pull anything out for